Hi, I'm Tim from Vaping World.
I'm Paul from Vaping World.
And we are paying homage.
Homage. Remember that? Oh, the little MVP.
So many people start vaping with these little babies, or it's step number 2 in a lot of people's case, but step number 1 in a lot of people's cases. Absolutely superb device. We love the nuts off it. I don't know if I still use it that much, but I won't get rid of it.
No.
It's staying.
No, I have one.
That is going to be... It's going to be one of those you pull out in a few years' time. For the people that keep hold of these, keep hold of them, because when you do that in a few years' time, people are going to go, I had one of those, I loved them. But superb, take them camping with you, charge up your phone off them, do all sorts of things. Anyway, enough of that nostalgic rubbish.
Yep, since that one, that's the V2. I think there's been a V2.5 or something, like a 20 watt version, much the same,
That's
just
right.
a flat top.
Yeah.
Now, look at that. The version 3, the MVP 3.0.
Yep.
30 watts, 3000 milliamp hour battery, box.
Anyway, we're going to take it out,
Yeah.
we're going to show you the unboxing of it, then we're going to come back and we're going to tell you what we think of it.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Right, so here's the box. This is how it comes to you. Just take this out quickly. Get rid of that bit. And get rid of that bit. USB charging lead. Also can be used as a power out, much like the old MPV.
That's a nice quality lead as well, isn't it?
Yeah, chunky, good lead. Branded. Kill. Ego adapter for people who use ego tanks. Get rid of that. And here we have the main event. Thank you, my glamorous assistant. The MPV box. What you notice immediately is how well it's put together. The joins between the various parts that make up this outer box, the shut lines if you like, are all very well done. It's got a nice heft to it, not overly heavy, but yeah, no rattles.
I must say it does feel good quality in your hand. It doesn't feel cheap at all.
No, it's definitely nothing shonky about it. I'll just show you down here. That's the output. Is that? Turn that up so you can read it there. It's noted as well. That's the USB output if you want to charge a small electrical device, a phone or something like that. And that's where you would charge it, through there. But in addition to the out, say your phone, and it's a micro USB, needs a little boost, it comes with an integrated lead there. You can see there, it's your micro USB which will charge.
So if you forget your USB lead, you don't have to panic.
No, and micro USB, apart from Apple now, micro USB is pretty much the standard for all phones. And that just tucks away there, out the way. Excellent. Right, 3 brisk clicks will turn it on, like so. Brings up the Innokin Incredibles logo. Now, the watts run from 30 watts, there we go, the Incredibles, if ever I saw it. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, we've come on, we're actually in wattage mode at the moment, so you can either hit the button and the wattage should start flashing after a second. Once it starts flashing, then you can adjust it. And now I'm turning this down. Am I? You go down in 0.5 increments. If you hold onto the button, it will pick up speed, go right the way through, and it will also round robin. So it'll go right past the start finish point, which in this case is in watts. It goes up to 30. And down to 6. So that's the wattage range. To change between wattage and voltage, you have to bring up on the minus key, you hit the minus button, as it starts flashing, press and hold the fire button itself, and that will then, in a few flashes, click over to variable voltage, and once we're in voltage mode, like so, you've got a range of 9 volts, and again you can use the plus minus buttons, and that will go from 9 volts round to 3 volts. So from 3 volts up to 9 volts. To then go back into wattage mode, you have to push and hold on the plus button. If you hold on the plus button and the fire button at the same time, you will, after a couple of flashes, go over to wattage mode, like so. Coming around to the top of the device, you have a sprung loaded, brass coloured 510 pin with a nice flush top there. This little bit thing here is your traffic light, if you like, and as you push the fire button there, you see it glowing green. Even though you have a battery life indicator on here, you've also had this little visual cue here, and what will happen is as your battery drops down in power, rather than green, that light will glow orange and finally red. Once it starts glowing red, it won't fire the device at all.
It's also a charge indicator, isn't it?
It is, it is. When you're charging this, that will come on green and it will stay green until it's charged, and then it will just turn itself off. So that's the up close with this, really. We're back. And here it is, with my favourite tank of the moment on there, the Goblin. And this is a 0.4 ohm build we've got in here, so we're really pushing this to the limit here. 30 watts, it generates a 0.4, it's about 3.5 volts. Which is really good, really good. Go on, Tim, have a go. Go on. Right.
He's not let me play with this so far. He's been mine,
my toy.
You know those, you know in, well, come on, what's the film? Finding Nemo with the seagulls? Where they look and they see the fish and they go, mine. Sorry.
Oh dear, we're giving lots of Disney quotes today.
Are we?
Yeah, we just give the Incredibles a big up as well. Right. What doesn't come across, I don't think, in photos and stuff, is just how well made this is. It's a solid device, really well put together.
I've seen pictures of this before, and I looked at it, and it would not be the type of device I would go out and buy from a picture. When you hold it in your hand, and we've done it, we've weighed it, put it against other box mods, your Klupas, your Sigales, your IVPs, that thing, size-wise, check out that. Yeah, sorry, I'm doing this for rubbish, but look, we're talking about something that's a lot thinner. It actually weighs comparably the same amount, which is, in my mind, a mark of quality, weight.
Generally, yeah.
So if you're going to sell me a device, put a lump of lead in it, and I'm going to go, that's superb quality.
Yeah, it's probably got a few stones in there or something. No, it does work really well. It feels solid in the hand. It's just a
no
nice
rattly
device.
bits, no nothing. Really nice clear display as well.
Yeah, really nice and clear. There's the scratch sticker on it at the moment. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm guessing if you
For
took it.
old folks like us, we can see it still.
Yes. Yes.
Which is a very good benefit.
Yeah. So there you go. The MVP, the device for old people. Greybeards.
I like it. I like the feel of it. It's just absolutely perfectly hand-sized for my hand. Really nice. For people that are, what I would say is not necessarily your cloud chasers, so people that are going to be sitting at 30 watts or below, which is the bulk of vapors, that is a very, very good solid device.
Yeah.
And I love it.
0.4 of an ohm is relatively high. You know, if you're cloud chasing, you're going to go up there or a little bit lower. But for general day-to-day vaping, this is certainly all the device you need, really.
You've got to bear in mind as well, when using this device, or when buying and using this device, one of the key things about these MVP devices, which puts it different to everything else. You can successfully. It is designed with inbuilt charging in mind. This is a charger as well. You're not taking your batteries out. Don't have to buy a separate charger. You don't have to think of 18650 batteries going in things and things like that. You can charge other devices off of it. It is a very, very handy device, and I would highly recommend people who are maybe using tube mods, box mods, parallel mods and things like that as a backup device. This is one I can highly recommend. If you don't want to have hundreds of devices, but you want to have one that you can always rely on, I think this is the baby. In the same way that this little thing was when it first came out.
Yeah, it definitely, it's definitely a natural step on from the old MVP, and it doesn't do anything to tarnish the good name that that first one made for itself. In fact, if anything, it's improved upon it.
It has, yeah.
It's really good, really good. Any pros or cons, Tim? Any cons you can imagine in your 5 minutes of playing with a device?
If I was talking about cons, I would have to say that I couldn't see any obvious cons other than the fact that if you probably made it a 50 watt device rather than 30 watts, it would actually cover an awful lot more vapors.
It'd be a bit more versatile,
Yeah,
to 50 watts.
But to be honest with you, I can't criticise the fact of what it's actually doing, inbuilt charging, out charging, and everything like that. So,
you know, it works as a pass-through device. The charging port, if you like, is on the bottom there, on the side of the device. I know a lot of people like that. I see people moaning about them being situated on the bottom of some devices, which sort of makes them not so useful as a pass-through. Personally, I don't think it bothers me, because when I've got this on charge, I'm not going to leave it stood with a lead hanging out of it, because it only takes for someone to snag that lead, the mod topples over, and you crack the glass of your attic or something like that.
We had two opinions about it. One of them was, from my point of view, I would be quite happily leave that standing up charging with my lead in it, so like the fact that the charge port was on its side. But Paul made the point that you could quite easily knock it over and crack a tank, so he would generally lay his devices down. Obviously, if you've got an ATI, which a lot of them, tanks, ATIs, leak, you're more likely to want to charge it up. So I think it actually gives you it's another bonus, because you can do it either way. You can still lay it down if you want, but generally you can also stand it up.
Yeah, but all these moans I see about, particularly these smaller box mods that people are going on about, the iSticks and what have you, and they moan at length about the charging port being on the bottom of it. I think that's a bit
fussy.
Yeah, a bit moaning.
Stop moaning.
Yeah, stop moaning.
We do enough moaning for everyone, so no one else needs to, really. You can get this in 4 colours. Currently available in silver, black, pink and blue. And they're nice shades of colours, as Paul peels off his little protection device sticker.
Shiny display.
Yeah, very nice device. Hopefully, and I'm pleased that they brought it out, because it keeps the name of MVP, or should I say Innokin. It keeps Innokin up there with the little portable devices.
Good match for the Kanga. How broad is it across the top? 23, 24? What does it look like with that beast of a tank? Have you still got the old big bugger anyway?
So,
I don't think we're quite 25 mil across the top, but let's just have a little look. Oh, look at this. To be honest with you, there's not an awful lot in the world that makes this device look pretty. I think the only thing that'll make this look pretty is a bag.
Yes. It's going in a bit.
Enough of that. Right.
We haven't been very nice about Kanga's sub-tank, have we, Paul?
Not the big one. Not the big one. And my favourite, even on the brief go I've had on the Mini, is still the Nano. But that's
Let's not waffle off, because we're going to do a little one on the...
that's another story for another day.
We've done Mini versus Big and all things like that. We're going to come back to that subject, because I've got a beef. And I want to get it out there. I want my beef out.
Get your beef food. Right, okay. Really, what more can we say? It's a great little device. Look one up. Much better in the flesh than what it is in photographs.
How much was it?
I paid Eric down at SimSix. He's selling these for $51.99.
Well, that's the retail.
That's his retail, yeah.
Is price wise when you're looking at this little iStick, or going up from the iStick? What's the new one? Sub called or something like that? What was it?
The what? The what? The what? The what?
The sub one.
The sub? Oh, the 30 watt or the 50?
Yeah, the ice the.
What's the iStick 30?
Sub? I think it's called sub.
It might be because you can sub on it, but what's it actually cost?
Cost-wise, cheaper than that.
Yeah,
But, it's
but
not
nowhere
as
near
good
as
quality.
solid. Nowhere near as solid.
And you can't charge other devices from it.
No.
So I would go for that.
Yeah. No, this is a great little device.
Bigger, it's a lot bigger, but still go for that.
Yeah. Cool as. Okay. That it? Nothing more to say really. Vape on, folks. Bye.
Bye.